guys, thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin Hippos. Today is Friday, May 17th, and I'm Star, the Flippin Hippo. Today we're going to talk about two things I changed this week that exponentially increased our activity and our sales on Poshmark. Two very simple things that I started doing last Saturday, and we have had daily sales and more sales than usual all week long. First, let's talk about what you should be doing if you're on Poshmark to make daily sales and make more sales. If you haven't watched my 4 ways to make more sales on Poshmark video, I'll have it come up at the end and you can go watch it. But briefly, you basically got to share other people, share your closet 2 to 3 times a day, list at least 5 things a day, and send offers to likers. And I tell you guys that all the time. Now, what I was actually doing for a very long time, I was relying on the fact that I am in a share group that is very active with a lot of people in it to get out of sharing 1 time a day. So I was sharing in the mornings, and then in the evenings during the last party, I was sharing our closet to the party, sharing from the party, and then I was participating in our share group by sharing everyone in there, and they were sharing me. And I thought that that would be good enough, and I could carry on with that. I am a very busy person. I do a lot in a day, and I did try to cut some corners and try to figure out how I could make Posh work for me without spending a lot of time on it. And it worked. I mean, we didn't have daily sales on Poshmark. We didn't have, days where we knocked it out of the park and it was so exciting, but we've sold stuff continually. No daily sales, like I said. Typically what would happen is throughout the week, 1 or 2 sales would come in, and then Thursday evenings after I sat and sent out offers, into Friday we would make a couple of sales, and then on the weekends we would make a lot of sales because we were doing a lot more offers. So basically what I felt like I was doing throughout the week while I was sharing, minimal sharing, mind you, and participating in that share group, that I was gathering all these likers on our items, and then on Thursdays and Sundays when we sent out our offers, we were getting all the sales. You know what, at the end of this video, I'm also going to have pop up for you guys our strategy on how we do our offers to likers, because that does really work for us. The way we do our offers to likers does increase sales. A ton will come in, but it's kind of like we were relying on making sales on Fridays and then the weekends only. And I wanted to figure out how to get daily sales every day, not just collect a bunch of likes Monday through Thursday and then Friday through Sunday make sales off of the offers to likers. I wanted to figure out how I could get daily sales. I was already listing 5 items a day. I was already sending out offers to likers throughout the week, as well as our 2 dedicated days. And again, if you haven't seen the way we do our offers, I'll link that for you. And I was participating in a share group, which is recommended. I was sharing my closet twice a day. They say you got to do a minimum of 2 to 3 times a day. So what could I do differently? Well, the answer is obvious. I had to share that 3rd time a day. And the last time of the day when I was sharing at the 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time last party of the day, I was only sharing our items to the party, not to our followers. And I think that was hurting us as well, because I was sharing all my items to this party where they may or may not be seen by other people and shared out to their followers and liked. It is a very good idea to share to the party. Don't get me wrong. Especially that last party of the day. It's the only one that doesn't have a theme, and you can share your entire closet. Every single item that you have in your closet can be shared to this party. It is the one party of the day that you really shouldn't miss, that you should attend, that you should be going to and sharing your items to. But if you're skipping sharing to your followers, you're also missing out on potential likes, potential people that will just buy it outright. You're missing out on having those offers that you can send out. And I think that it's missing out on picked up activity within Poshmark's algorithm. No one is quite sure how their algorithm works, much like eBay's Cassini. It's a mystery. But it's commonly believed that the more you share yourself, the more your items are being shared to your followers. When you participate in parties and when you share other people and when you list new items to your closet, these are all things that their algorithm takes into effect to push your items up in the searches. Additionally, when you share your items to followers, it definitely pushes you up in the searches. But you don't stay up top for very long, and that's why people tell you to share your closet 2 to 3 times a day, different times of the day, so that you're pushing your items back up to the top. So the only 2 things I could think that I wasn't doing that I should have been doing was sharing that 3rd time a day, and that last party of the day, I needed to be sharing my items to my followers as well as to the party. So I had to sit down with a bullet journal and a schedule and prioritize just the same way I always tell you guys to do. You've always got to sit down. You've got to figure out what you need to be doing. You've got to figure out what you could be doing better. You've got to figure out how you can make more money. And then you've got to prioritize. So for us to have daily sales on Poshmark, to make more money on Poshmark, I needed an extra 20 to 30 minutes in the afternoon to share the closet that 3rd time. And I needed an extra half an hour at night to share it once to my followers and once to the party. That comes out to about an extra hour a day. And I found a way to work it in. I had to prioritize. I had to juggle some stuff around. Sharing at the last party of the night wasn't that hard. And it really didn't need an extra whole half an hour, because if you're already in there and you're sharing everything, you just got to click each item twice. To your followers, to the party, to your followers, to the party. Or you can do a whole row to the followers, to the party. And I'm talking about if you share on the desktop. I do not share from my phone. I feel like that is a lot slower and the desktop's a lot faster. That is just me. But on average, I needed to come up with 20 to 30 minutes in the afternoon to share the closet, and then a way to have a little bit more time at night to share it twice to the followers, to the party. And I did exactly what I told you guys to do. I wrote down everything I needed to do in a day. I prioritized it, and I found the time. So I went from sharing my closet in the morning and in the evening just to that last party, being in a share group and actively sharing everyone in that group, and them actively sharing me, and listing 5 new items a day and sending out offers to likers. I went from doing that to sharing my closet 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and to the last party, but also at that last party I'm sharing to my followers. So at 10 p.m. I share all my items to my followers and to the party. So I'm sharing 3 times a day now, and that additional extra push to my followers at night, and I didn't change anything else. I'm still listing 5 new items a day. I still participate in the share group and actively share them, and they actively share me. And I share from all the tabs at the top during the last party at the night. I share like 20 to 30 from each tab. But I didn't change anything except that one extra share in the middle of the day. I'm doing it after we do our shipping now, right before we break for dinner. And then that extra time at night. And I started this last Saturday because it was Friday evening when I sat down with Keith to brainstorm how we could make Posh do better, or eBay. We wanted one or both would be great to increase our sales. But we actually sat down together, believe it or not, Keith and I have business meetings, and figured out what we needed to do to increase our eBay sales and Poshmark. And then we kind of added up how much time each of these implementations or these things we came up when we were brainstorming would take. And the eBay was going to be a little bit more time, but Keith was able to take that on because I have so much on my plate over here with YouTube and Poshmark and eBay. So he took the eBay portion, and if y'all hadn't noticed, if you follow us on Instagram and see our daily packages going out, our eBay sales are up too, and that's just from extra listing. Really nothing there that requires a lot of brain power or brainstorming or anything like that. It's basically extra listing is what's going to get you the sales on eBay. So he's been taking care of doing the extra listing on eBay, a couple of other things as far as ending and relisting items and stuff. And I'll get into that in another video because this one's about Poshmark. So Keith and I sat down last Friday and I decided I had enough time to do the Poshmark stuff. So that was my thing to figure out. And I started to implement it on Saturday. And we had a really good weekend on Posh. And then Monday through today, we've had daily sales on Poshmark. We have never had daily sales. Let me knock on wood and not jinx us. I really don't want to screw this up by saying it out loud. You know what I mean? That's superstitious. But like I said, for the longest time, it felt like, there would be a couple of sales throughout the week. Things would trickle in. Somebody would buy something full price, or I'd send out one of our 10% off offers after someone liked something and we'd get a sale. But it was a couple here and there. Our sales really came on Fridays and the weekends when we were really doing the offers to likers. And since I started implementing this, you guys, daily sales every single day. Lots of them. 4 in one day at one time. That was Tuesday, I believe. We had 4 in one day. Every day it's been more than 1 per day. So I should add that too. It's not just daily sales of 1. It's more than 1 a day. It's daily sales. And our Poshmark's doing better than ever before because I was able to find an extra hour, give or take, probably a little bit less, because it really only takes me about 20 minutes to share our closet. So, but say give or take a little bit less than an hour, we've pretty much doubled our sales on Poshmark. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I do tell you all the time how to be successful on Poshmark, what you need to be doing. And you can be successful if you're just sharing twice a day into the party at night and you do all these other things. You can still be successful. We were still making sales. We were still making money. It's just now we're making daily sales and more money. And everybody wants to make more money, right? So if you're not sharing your closet 3 times a day, find the time in your schedule if you can. You can share from your phone. I just prefer the desktop, but you can fit it in anywhere. You can fit it in anywhere. That's the beautiful part about Poshmark. If you are willing to share from your phone, if you don't mind doing that, you could do it in the waiting room at the doctor's office. You can do it while you're waiting in line to pick up your kids from school. You know, that car line everyone sits in. You can do it in line at the grocery store. You can do it in the evening after you've got all the kids to bed and the house is clean or whatever you do in the nighttime and you're laying on the couch to watch TV or a movie. Poshmark can go anywhere with you and you can share anywhere and you can utilize all these little bits and pieces of your day where you have time that you're not utilizing them. So think about that too. So if there's any part of your day where you're just sitting around maybe flipping through Facebook or mindlessly waiting for something, you could be sharing Poshmark. It's just something to think about because I do tell you guys all the time, you've got to figure out where your priorities are and where you have extra time and where you may be wasting time that you could be doing something more valuable for yourself or your business. So if you're not sharing your closet 3 times a day, try to find a way to do that. If your closet's big or has a lot of items and you don't have that kind of time to share your whole closet, you can pick a category or a chunk of items like 100 and do those in the morning and then do a different chunk of like 100 or 150 in the afternoon and then a different chunk at night and then share everything to the party. So if you have like 1,000 items and you really don't have the time, do 200, do 300, but be on there 3 times a day sharing it. Try to find that time. It will increase your sales. You will sell more and you make more money. So those are the 2 things that I started doing differently this week and we have definitely seen a change. It could be a coincidence. It could be a quirk. It could be that this week was just our week that we did really well on Poshmark, but it coincided exactly with when I started implementing these changes. So I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep at it for at least a month. I feel like if I can see this happening for 4 full weeks in a row with what I'm doing, then it's not a hoax. It's not a coincidence. It's not a quirk. It really is whatever I'm doing is making this happen. But I want to give it like a full 4 weeks or 30 days to make sure that it continues on the way it's going. But the daily sales and everything started the minute I started sharing the closet that 3rd time a day. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up before you leave. It does help the channel. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Sometimes I feel like a car salesman. Boop, boop. Join our Facebook group. Link is in the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Go share your closets. Go make more money.